Hey everyone, today I'm doing a video of this game right here. It's a board game and it's called A Race for Treasure in a Moving Maze. It's also called The Amazing Labyrinth. And I am doing a review of this game. And I had one of these before. You can see the box feels rather nice and cardboard. The older version I had was another version I had which made out of a metal box. This is completely different. So what you have is these pieces with you, and these are your tiles. So they're supposed to stay here, and I'm gonna play with myself right here. And there's 4 color cones, and purple or blue, whatever that was, to green. So you're supposed to build tiles like that. You do not have to make a maze. You're not going from here to there. You're not doing that. You can build a tile however direction you want, and you can begin wherever you want to. So so you can build tiles whichever direction you want. It won't take too long for me to fill it all up, but you can see I'm filling up the maze. You can see I'm filling up the puzzle, and I did get it a few days ago, no, like a month ago, something, no, less than a month or something, but you can see how you can just build up your own maze. You see, you're blocked here, so if you're here, you can't move anywhere, but it's not that you can't move. You can still go wherever you want, in a way I'll show you later on. So this maze is supposed to be moving. And as I build the tiles, you'll later on understand that, please don't, like yesterday, I literally just, the whole maze just fell under, and I had to pick stuff up, so I just hope there's a tile not missing. I just please pray that there's not a tile, one of these missing. I don't think there would be. Because we're almost covering all of these pieces, and you've got cards at the end. I'm doing it with one hand because I can't hold the camera with 0, can I? That's why, you can see how you can make, and these are your treasures, and these are important. So once I build the maze, I used to have one of these. This was my best childhood game, guys. This was the only literal one that was the most entertaining. Now, this is what the maze would look like. As you come in, you're blocked here, and you got one beetle there and one here, and you're blocked. But you have a card here. On the other version, on the back of the card, I used to have there was a thing on the back that used to say, "Hey, that you can push twice, you can move through the wall if you want to." I'm gonna play as this guy, and these are the cards that you would want to have. If you're playing with 2 people, you want to take in turns, so the maze would fluctuate, meaning that you can push wherever directions you want. And there's some rules to it, such as if you push forwards, you can't push back that way. So let's look at our first card. This would be our guy right here. And our first card's, it's a ring, as you can see. So how are we gonna come to the ring? So we're trying to get to there, and as you can see that these are yellow arrows, and there's about 12 of them, 3, 6, 9, 12. So it's around these arrows. These are fixed points. They will not be able to move. Such as a treasure that is stuck will never have a point that it can move on itself. So you see the map right here? I can't push that. I cannot push it. It's glued there. I cannot take this piece off. It's supposed to be there. And also includes to that. And that piece is a better way to tell is like the skeleton here, the skull, and like you can see the skull here, it's fixed. So in order for me to get to the ring, I must be able to, and also the edges are stiff. This arrow right here, so I'm gonna push it, and you can see right here, I have to push before I move. So I have to push, and I can move once whenever you want. But I believe that once you hit, you can't change direction. So once you stop here, you have to. So I've got my treasure, and we're gonna leave it open. So we're going to find our other treasure, you can see right here. So you got keys. And these would be a bit more difficult to collect. Because if someone does, let's say, you wanted to push that way, yeah, to do that, for example. You wanted to push to do that, to create yourself a path here. But instead, someone does... No, I'm not allowed to push backwards, but I'm playing with myself. It's just an example. But if someone does that, you're not allowed to push backwards to make your own way. You have to make your own way back. But there's also a chance that if someone does that, they have to move. So you have to wait for your side to then later on push. Such as, you could do this, for example. You could do that and make yourself a little pass so you can stop over here. You're completely allowed to stop on the other side of like each corner if you want to. But what if someone does that? What if you're standing here, or like let's say here, yeah, and someone does that, and it pushes you off the map. Let's say that you should do that, or that. Nope. But what we do it is that you can do this. If someone does that, then you're very lucky, because if that was, say, the skull was your treasure, what you could do next time is pick yourself up, because you know you're on the card. So I'm still on the card, and I pick myself up, and I put myself right here, and once you're done, you can't change it. So once you put yourself with the card here, yeah, you know that you're on the card right here next to the skull, and that, and then you got your treasure back. But we're not looking for the skull, we're looking for the keys, like any other, like, it doesn't really matter which treasure. Look, for just an example of the game. So there'll be even more players to it. See that all the characters and the people that you have, and all the like once you got it, like for example, like the ghost, for example. Now you could do this, for example, to reach from where you are to here, to that ghost. Now you have to push from here and come here. Now, hopefully you're lucky enough and someone doesn't do that, because what you could do is do that later on to make yourself a path. So you can make yourself a path like this, then that. Now these are the tiles that you have. Now you can move here and collect your card. So that would be power. Now, it doesn't matter how much, the winner of the game, doesn't matter how much card you've got. It's not a card one. No, it matters who gets the cards first, because you're still having all the cards. It matters who manages to go from the treasures being, from the cards being like that to that. Not how many you've got. It's not about how many you've got. There's 12 here, so of course you'll be even. Whoever collects the most first wins. And there's even stuff that you have to go back to the center, but we don't really do that. So you could do that if you want to come back to the center if you want to. Like you could do that and just come here if you want to. You could do that, but it's just an example of how to play the game. So yeah, once you've collected all the cards, you're done. You say, I finished, I'm done, or something. Like you can, a better way to not do it, because simply someone can cheat and like, look here, I can, if that was me, like let's say that one, I can make it that I have 1, 2 cards right here, or even block myself, or like I can even make it where I block myself, yeah? Okay, bye guys. I'm sorry guys, my friend's